What's up, everyone? It's your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How is everyone doing today? Oh, back again. Time to talk and discuss various things. How's it going? Man, I am just exhausted. Ooh, I should have gone to bed early. I had plenty of time, but I didn't because I'm done. Oh, that's why I'm tired. 'Cause I'm dumb. I didn't go to bed when I should have. Anyways, oh shoot. How's everyone today? You're watching this in the future. Hope you're doing well. We got a few topics. The main shooter, the guy who committed the mass murder or mass shooting, was found dead on Friday. Oh, so people of Maine have been resting easy with him dead since then. So I think that's all good, right? Everyone agrees that's a good thing. I hope. And then we have so we'll talk about that. Look into it, look at the report. Apparently it was a self-inflicted wound, so it means he self-deleted himself before he could be arrested. So it's all over. No one has to be in fear. Yeah, so however you feel about it, that doesn't really matter at this point. The guy's dead, and there we are. Let's see. After Blueface, the rapper, has brought strippers to the last Los Angeles Rams game, and had them dance, so to speak, so he could propose to his girlfriend. The quarterback's wife did not appreciate that, and for that, she has been called a white Karen. So we'll look at that. Hillary Clinton was confronted about her husband's 26 trips with Jeffrey Epstein. The guards grabbed the guy and removed him from the venue. His name is Alex Rawson, and he is not feeling suicidal. He felt it was very important to put that in the tweet. And it might have been. And then it looks like Trump may have caught another break with Jack Smith as Jack Smith was shut down in court again. For what? I have no idea. I haven't even seen it. So let's check that out and find out what for. And then Chaya Radic has an update in her case with the ADL and their she's, I don't know why I'm trying to be obscure, so I made it to the description. So Shea Raychek got herself removed from the glossary of extremism from the ADL after threatening legal action. So read that article. And hilariously, Mike Pence has dropped out of the 2024 presidential campaign. And Eric Swalwell apparently is calling for an extreme ban on all assault weapons. And a chick has realized why she's single and decided to share it with the internet. So I guess we'll check that out as well. Anyways, that's topic for the day. Before I get going on it, I got one thing. First, make sure you like and subscribe, like and follow. Follow me at official WGhost for Sorry. So yeah, follow me at official W Ghost. Check me out there. Just notifies you when I go live and everything. Follow me. Sorry. If you're watching this, follow me on Rumble, rumble.com/withghost. That is the best company in the world, rumble.com. So follow me here as well. And then my gaming channel, of course, Gaming with Ghost. Check me out there. I just finished Spider-Man 2, and I finished playing Call of Duty on Modern Warfare 2 on Realism, and I will plan to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 sometime this week, as I will get it on the 2nd. What was I going to say? No idea what I was going to say. God damn, I'm just so slow today. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I will be playing the new Modern Warfare that's coming out. So make sure you check that out. And then I guess for upcoming news, on November 8th, I will be doing the GOP debates live again, the third ones. So sure you check those out with me. Yeah, that's all I got. I thought I had something else. And then one last thing, Matthew Perry, the man who played Chandler in Friends, has died from drowning. I think this happened yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, not too long ago, October 29th. Yeah, yesterday. I just Google it right now, and CNN apparently is reporting that medical examiner indicates additional investigation required into death of actor Matthew Perry. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so I mean, if you liked Friends and everything, you didn't see this. Well, Matthew Perry died. It's very unfortunate. I'm not a huge fan of Friends. It was like okay. It wasn't like the greatest show of all times, but I did enjoy the parts of Matthew Perry. I thought he was particularly hilarious. So it's sad when a good celebrity dies. It is the way of life, unfortunately. But thoughts and prayers to his family. I'm sure they're having a hard time with it, and the people that loved Matthew Perry, I'm sure it's hard for you as well. All right, so let's get into it. So, like I said, on Friday, Robert Carr, the man who committed a mass shooting, killing 18 people and injured 13, was found dead on Friday after with a self-inflicted gunshot. God damn. Wound. So, the manhunt for suspect Robert Carr has ended. I just getting a notification from myself. Okay, no. Has ended for suspect Robert Carr, who allegedly killed 18 people and injured 13 in a mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine. Governor Janet Mills confirmed the suspect was found dead Friday of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Wednesday's mass shooting unfolded in two locations: bowling alley, where a children's league was taking place, and a local bar, officials said. Uh, the names of the 18 people. Wait, what? Is that it? Okay. All right. I guess we'll read over some of the stuff. I think these are all just various pinned comments. So we'll read them. Why not? The names of the 18 people killed in Wednesday night's mass shooting in Maine was released by authorities on Friday. The victims of the bowling alley included youth bowl coach Bob Violet and his wife Lucille Violet, as well as bowling alley manager Tom Conrad. Aaron Young, 14, and his father William Bill Young, 43, were also among the victims at the bowling alley, their family said. Victims Steve Vazell and Bill Brackett were among those killed at Schmiege's Bar and Grill restaurant. They were part of a gathering of deaf people playing cornhole. Yeah, that was unfortunate. He apparently ended up killing some deaf people as well, which is unfortunate. And, as you can see, a 14-year-old, fortunately, he was the only child killed. But, I mean, obviously, unfortunately, he was a child that was killed. A note for a loved one was discovered in Robert Carr's residence, in which he left phone passcodes, account numbers, and more. Investigators are working on accessing his phone and banking information through search warrants. Police emphasized that the family had been highly cooperative. Shawshook believes the first 3 individuals who positively identified the gunman, based on released photos, were family members. On speculations about Carter's mental health, Shashuk stressed that the vast majority of people with mental health diagnoses will never hurt anyone. They won't hurt themselves. They are not a danger to the community. He added that while a mental health component could play a role, there is still more research to be done. Shashuk has not seen any evidence that Card was forcibly committed for treatment regarding mental health. I don't think that's true. New details emerged in Card's death. Shooting investigation. At this morning briefing, Maine Commissioner of Public Safety Michael Shashuk revealed to authorities that had twice cleared the Maine Recycling Corporation location where the suspect body was later found. Robert Card's body was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in a trailer once Maine State Police Tactical Team searched an overflow lot across the street on the advice of the plant's owner. Robert Card was employed by the recycling corporations as a commercial driver for approximately 1 year and left voluntarily late last spring, according to a statement from the company. Authorities say Card was therefore likely familiar with the area. A gun found in Card's vehicle was a long gun, but officials could not yet say the make and model. It was the only firearm that was found inside the car. Shawshook said, Shawshook, I don't know, Shook, whatever, Shunk, said investigators have received 821 tips and liens from the public. Okay. So I'm really going to read that. These are all clips and stuff. So, I mean, this is apparently about resources for shooting victims. Good. Biden, that goddamn idiot. So that's it. So there we go. That's what's going on with the sorry. That's what's the word on the oh, sorry, my legs are just killing me. Anyways, that's what's going. That's what happened with the mass shooter. So fortunately, he's not out there. Still terrorizing people. That he's been found. Obviously, he's been found dead. But he's not out there potentially hurting anyone else. So I guess that's good. It's unfortunate that the victims themselves didn't get didn't get to see like some actual justice with him, going to court and everything. So, well, yeah. Sorry, getting distracted as usual. But like I said, at least he's not out there anymore, and he's not causing any harm. So we can be thankful for that at least. Sorry, I'm just looking up some more stuff. Okay. All right. All right, so on to the next. Sorry, I was looking some additional things up for my other thing. So yeah, so like I said, rapper Blueface. Well, I guess before we get to Blueface or what's going on, we should look into Blueface. So this is Blueface. He's a rapper. That's all I really got. He's a rapper guy. Let's see. I think he had like an OnlyFans house. I I don't watch listen to rap that much. I don't really know what to say about this guy. I swear to God, he had like some OnlyFans house on. Okay, yeah. He had like some sort of like OnlyFans like house, whatever that he had a good deal for. Um, so that's Blueface. He's just a rapper. I really don't know what to say about him. Apparently, he's let's see. It was like he had like a couple songs come out in like 2020. Was it? Yeah, 2020. He's not that. I don't think he's that famous of a rapper. Apparently, he did some boxing. He's been in a lot of legal troubles. He has 3 children, and then Krishan Rock was who he was dating for 3 years. I think if anyone really like knows about Blueface, they've just seen videos. Like I think he was on Kai Cenat video, and I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's Blueface, baby. He's a rapper. He's it's been a while since he had anything actually of any rap thing. His last debut was in 2020. Um, the only reason I know about Blueface, honestly, is just because I see when his last thing was. So he had a couple songs in 2021. It looks like, yeah. So 2 years it's been. The only way I know of Blueface is just him getting slapped like a bitch by his ex girlfriend now, Krishan Rock, and she was some ghetto looking motherfucker, like for reals. Yeah, she was like some ratchet ass chick. Um, but they'd be on like podcasts or whatever. She'd hit him and shit like that. He was just like a giant bitch. But that's how I know Blueface. Um, yeah, like he'd be on like Kai Cenat's show, and he was getting like his ass kicked by her. Well, not really, but getting her face, getting himself, basically getting slapped and shit by her and stuff, and degraded. And he was just, he kept her around for like ever. So apparently, he broke up with her. I mean, he broke up with her, and then apparently he's been with this other chick since, and has proposed. So it's not even been a year, and he's proposing to this chick. So I mean, okay. But anyways, so he turns Ram Suite into strip club and then propose to his girlfriend. So apparently, the way he wanted to propose to his girlfriend was to have a bunch of strippers come in and help him with that, dance while he proposed. The dumbest proposal of the all times. I mean, hold on. You have a bunch of strippers come in so you can propose to your girlfriend? That makes no like. Why do you need strippers to do that? Anyways, so let's read it, because apparently one person had something to say, and she is now considered another white Karen. Okay. All right. Blueface put a ring on it. The rapper, whose real name is Jonathan Jamal Porter, proposed to his girlfriend Jaden Alexis while partying with bikini-clad dancers at the Rams-Steelers game at SoFi Stadium on Sunday. The couple enjoyed a rowdy celebration with friends, which included throwing tons of $1 bills at the female dancers and sipping Casamigos tequila. Blueface got down on one knee with a massive dive in after he shared an emotional moment by himself in the bathroom of the suite. I'm about to propose to Jaden, the rapper said in a video he shared to Instagram story. I'm so nervous. Oh my God. I know she's going to say yes, but I don't know. The timing is, I'm at the game. I don't know. The timing is weird. I think I'm going to bring everyone in and make it personal, intimate, but I'm so nervous. And then you bring a bunch of strippers. Blueface explained why he believes Jaden is the one. And and I know y'all are going to be like, why are you doing it? Listen, I'm famous. I'm rich. I just know. When you know, you know. Wish me luck. Blueface announced that Jaden is the woman of my dreams before he asked her to marry him. Jaden, who this chick looks like Ratchet too, by the way. Who is also an upcoming rapper, signed to his MILF music label. That's a great name. was crying happy tears after she became a fiance. Miss Porter, she wrote on Instagram, including photos and videos of the proposal. The best day, I love you more than words could explain. Jaden took to X writing, my wedding gonna be the coldest. I'm assuming either someone fucked up here. Either she did or the reporter did. Be the coldest. I can't wait. OMJ. Jaden signed to Blueface MILF music label. The pair reportedly been dating in high school and shared 2 children. What the fuck? So they dated in high school, shared 2 children, and now they're getting married after he broke up with his other baby mama. Oh, yeah, that Krishan Rock chick. Yeah, he got her pregnant too. Blueface previously dated rapper Krishan Rock, who welcomed their son last month. Meanwhile, on the football field, yeah, more importantly. Okay, well, that didn't really get into the issue that I wanted to talk about. It's all right. I'm sure I can find another fucking article about that. Okay, so apparently we're going to have to. Okay. So there we go. So here we go. Now we're going to have to go to Microsoft, apparently, or LA Times. A lot of butts. Matthew Stanford's wife rips rapper Blueface for turning SoFi Suite into a strip club. Kelly Stanford doesn't want her young daughters to see a lot of butts while watching their father play football for the Rams at SoFi Stadium. But that's what the wife of quarterback Matthew Stanford said happened Sunday during a game against the Pittsburgh Steelers because of the antics of LA rapper Blueface and several female companions. On Tuesday's edition of her weekly podcast, The Morning After, Kelly Stanford talks about a very adult scene that played out in one of the suites at the game, which she attended with her daughter and nephews. In what has been described as a strip club atmosphere, Blueface could be seen throwing dollar bills at several women in thongs who were dancing while bent over with their exposed rear ends in the air. This is our game day experience, Stanford said. What I'm so mad about is this supposed to be a family experience coming to a football game. There were children in the suites next to them. If you have that kind of stuff happening at games, adults are not going to want to bring their kids. That's true. A SoFi Stadium spokesperson told the Times on Thursday that the stadium and the Rams do not condone the lewd behavior that took place inside Blueface Suite and did not give permission for such activities to take place. When stadium officials were made aware of the situation, security was sent to the rapper's suite, according to the spokesperson. Blueface and his companions were allowed to remain at the game, and no further inappropriate activity occurred, the spokesperson said. Blueface posted a video of the not safe for work content or scene that took place in his suite on his Instagram stories during the game. And Stanford said on Tuesday's podcast that the footage made it back to her and her young companions. My nephews who are older have Instagram. They were at the game and they were like, oh my gosh, look at what's going on here. They found it. Stanford said, and my daughter was sitting right next to them, and they were like, Mommy, there's a lot of butts here. I go, butts? What are you talking about? And then I got sent it, and I was like, oh. So my daughter saw that, not okay, and not okay that my nephew saw it either. She added, it's just a little disappointing. It makes me not want to take my kids to the game because I'm like, what's going to happen next? The Times reached out to Republic Records on Tuesday morning for comment from Blueface and did not receive a response. But the rapper took to X later that day to post a series to address the situation. Quick summary: he's not sorry for anything. He'll do anything he wants in the suite. And he thinks Kelly is a Karen who should be talking about her husband's playing on the field. Matt, get your wife, bro, before I get disrespectful. Oh, dude, come on. Karen on here, SMH, Blueface wrote, along with a retweet of clips of Kelly Stanford discussing him on her podcast. I paid for the suite. If I wanted you in the suite, Kelly, I could have paid for that as well. Your nephews and daughters have seen worse on Instagram if they are already on there. Welcome to LA. Blueface had a lot going on at Sunday's game as he proposed to rapper Jaden Smith, or Alexis, Jane Alexis, who was not one of the dancers and is the mother of two of his children. She said yes, and he posted a video from the happy occasion on Instagram. All right, so this wasn't exactly what I thought it was. What happened? I thought that they were in the suite or whatever, because I don't know the football. I've never been to a football game. I don't know. I don't know how it goes or anything like that. So I guess it really depends if people can look in and see it. That's one thing. I'm assuming like there's windows and whatnot that people may be able to look into. Again, I don't know. So that's one thing. But it looks like what happened is she saw it on Instagram and talk about it and all that. That's what it looks like. She saw it on Instagram and was like, well, that's not cool, et cetera, et cetera. So it wasn't like the kids were there when it was going on. They were Blueface was in his own separate studio or suite, and they were in a different suite. So it would have happened anyways even if she wasn't at the game and her nephews were on Instagram. So that's a lot different than what I thought it was. I thought they were like they're together, and then all of a sudden a bunch of strippers came and shit like that. Is it something appropriate to do at a football game? No, but it's kind of what you expect. Ratchet people doing some ratchet things. Who brings strippers to? First off, who brings strippers onto a football game? And two, to help propose to your girlfriend. What? And apparently the mother of your children. So you need a bunch of half-naked women to propose to your girlfriend to make it what special? I don't understand at all. I don't understand at all why you need strippers to help you propose to your girlfriend, but all right, each your own, I guess. But it's a little, like I said, it's a little different from what I thought. So, I definitely complain about it and everything like that. But it's not as what it seemed like, where, like I said, they were together and then strippers came out. So let's say even if the kids weren't at the game, all of a sudden, and then they looked on Instagram. I mean, it'd be the same thing, really, just because they were there in the moment, but they didn't actually see anything except on Instagram. It's a lot different. So, I mean, I think complains all you want. I don't think that really makes her a Karen about complaining about it or pointing it out. But yeah, but like I said, this wasn't what I thought. I thought it was going to be like they were together and all of a sudden strippers came out while she was there with her kids. I thought that's what was going to happen. But again, I don't know how suites work. Like, is it like a two-way glass situation? Like, no one can look in, but they can look out kind of situation. If it's like that, less harm done, really. And if it's something like that, if there's soundproof, if the suites have soundproof, no one can really hear, then that's a lot different. And, if he paid for the suite and everything, I guess, let him do what he does. If it gets out of control and, everyone can see it and all that stuff, then I can agree with Kelly Stanford. But the fact is that, she was in a completely different suite. she, and the only reason she knew about it was because her nephews were on Instagram and was able to find it. That's what it is. But I don't think it makes her a Karen. I don't think it makes her Karen, but whatever. It's just a weird thing to do at a football game. In all honesty, like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, it just looks like ratchet behavior to me. Ghetto behavior. I'm gonna bring a bunch of strippers to help propose to my baby mama. It's dumb. Whatever. But there we go. So, I don't really think Kelly has a leg to stand on for the complaint. I get it, but it's not like it wasn't like her kids saw anything in person. They saw it on Instagram. First off, why are your kids on Instagram in the first place? My question. And I gotta agree with Blueface there. Is like if they're on Instagram, they've seen a whole lot worse. Agreed. So there is that. All right. Let's get on there. So Hillary Clinton was confronted about her husband's 26 trips with Jeffrey Epstein. Her guards grabbed him, dragged him out. Alex Rosen is not feeling suicidal. Now, that's kind of like a joke among people because a lot of people that ended up crossing or betraying the Clintons suddenly end up dead. So, sorry. So there's a joke among, various people that, if you cross the Clintons, they're going to hire someone to kill you. And they always make it look like a suicide. That's the kind of the tongue-in-cheek joke about it. So that's what's being discussed there with Alex Rosen is not feeling suicidal. So let's watch this clip.
Then you want somebody who's going to get up every day.
Hey, Hillary, why'd your husband visit Epstein Island 26 times?
Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary, guys? Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary, sir? Hey, is this necessary, officer?
The fuck are they chanting? It sounds like they're chanting Sheila.
You guys are dragging a grown man out. Is this necessary? Seriously, come on. Hey, is this necessary, guys? Don't hit me, man. You guys are dragging somebody out in
You're not welcome. Private event.
You decide
Why do you guys support just endless government spending? I mean, she's giving more money to Ukraine than you freaking idiots in Houston keep voting for. Watch out. Endless money to Ukraine, endless money for Israel. She's not anti-establishment. You guys vote for the same shit over and over again. Same crime. It's gonna be just like Chicago. You guys love this shit. All right, you have a blessed day, sir. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I gotta say, props on the security team. They didn't really they dragged him out, of course. Let me see. I'm gonna turn it off because I don't want to listen to this. So it goes, shouts, they go and push him. Oh, that's why they keep chanting Sheila. Apparently, she was endorsing some chick for mayor. Okay, all right, that makes more sense now. All right, so it goes to the ground. I can't tell if he was refusing to stand up or they just were like, oh, fuck it, let's drag him. I can't really tell. Because, if he was refusing to get up, then of course they're going to drag his ass. But then he gets up later. So I can't tell. But minus the drag, because I think that was kind of unnecessary, unless he was refusing to get up, then completely necessary. But from what I can see, it doesn't look like it was necessary to drag his ass. But like I said, I can't see everything, so I don't know for sure. But anyways, props to these guards. They didn't do a very bad job about it. They kind of dragged his ass, yeah. But then he got up, and then he started firing a bunch of random fucking questions. They didn't necessarily really engage with it. They were just like, have a nice day. They didn't go aggro on him or anything like that. They just were like, dude, you're annoying the shit out of us. Just leave. So, props to the guards. They did a fairly good job. And then also he's walking with his shirt like covered on his head and shit like that. I mean, his shirt maybe got ripped a little, but either take off the shirt or I don't know. It's a dumb clip, honestly, but entertaining at least. What a fucking idiot. All right. And another thing, it was like a Clinton sponsored event or whatever. All these people are big fans of Clinton, I'm assuming. So I don't think they give two shits about her husband's trips with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't think there's any way in hell that she ever comes close to getting another bid for the White House at this point. She's just awful. So awful. All right. So, update on Trump's one of Trump's trials or whatever. Jack Smith quietly withdraws subpoena in Trump fundraising probe. Special counsel Jack Smith may be winding down his investigation into whether former President Donald Trump's campaign defrauded investors by making false election claims following the 2020 election race against now President Joe Biden. Smith's team has quietly withdrawn a subpoena seeking records from Trump 2020 campaign as part of their investigation into whether Trump's political and fundraising operations committed any crimes as he sought to stay in power after he lost the election, two sources told the New York Times. The outlet continued. The office of special counsel Jack Smith decided this week to effectively kill the subpoena to Trump's campaign following the withdrawal of a similar subpoena to Save America, the political action committee that Mr. Trump's aides formed shortly after he lost the race in 2020. The Times went on to report that rescinding the subpoena is Donald J. Trump's for President Inc. and Save America is indicative of Smith's office winding down or even closing out the investigation into whether Trump broke any laws with claims of a stolen election in order to raise money. The Times added that the decision to withdraw the subpoena to Save America was first reported by the Washington Post last week. The Times said that Trump's political operation raised nearly $250 million off the claims that 2020 election was stolen, claims that have never been proven to be accurate. Trump's team has long maintained that the financial inquiry by Mr. Smith's office would struggle to yield any charges. Political fundraising materials often engage in bombastic or exaggerations, and a fine line exists between criminal behavior and solicitations protected by the First Amendment. According to the Post, Smith is reducing the number of subpoena he issued in an attempt to learn whether or not Trump tried to profit from spreading false rumors that Joe Biden stole the 2020 election. According to two sources familiar with the situation, Smith demand was dropped while Save America was in the midst of compelling responsive documents. Representatives from both Save America and the Office of Special Counsel were unavailable for comment. While it is not uncommon for federal investigations to have a wide scope, Smith's apparent hesitation to reopen the case suggests he is growing wary of allegations that he pressured state officials to accept slates of alternate delegates and challenged the tabulation of voting by voting machines, all of which involved President Trump and his powerful fundraising machine. Save America is not named as a co-conspirator in the original indictment against President Trump. Meanwhile, the federal judge overseeing Trump's classified document case handed Smith and his team another setback on Tuesday. Smith and his prosecutors have requested to keep documents seized during the FBI August 2022 raid on Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in a private facility outside of Florida District where the case was filed. But U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon, whom Trump appointed, refused to allow it. Cannon ordered Smith. Okay, I just want to say this: New York Times stuff, or not stuff, but they make this thing like Trump appointed, so that's why Aileen Cannon said no, you can't do this. I don't think people really understand how little really Trump really has. I don't think he sits down and has a deep conversation and I could be wrong about this. I'm just saying I don't think he sat down, had a deep conversation with someone to appoint them as district court judge. I think, maybe that happens with a Supreme Court judge, but not some U.S. district court or district judge. I think he at most he looked at his record or heard a record. I have no idea. Looked at the record of the judge and was like, yeah, I like him. And was like, all right, go ahead and do this. I don't think they share such a deep, because, every time you hear one of these things, it's always appointed by so-and-so, appointed by so-and-so. And, I think this isn't the New York Times. This is conservatives. Brief. But, that's every time I see that, I think they're trying to make it seem like, hey, they're, this was a Trump appointed non-main judge, and that's why they did it. And, I could be wrong. They could be just here's the information, full transparency. The Trump appointed this judge, by the way. I don't know. Maybe, but whenever I see that, it just seems like, the reason the judge is ruling this way is because Trump appointed them. But I could be just reading too much into it. That could be me. Cannon ordered Smith to share the documents in a location convenient for Trump's legal time within the South Florida district. And I actually think that's it's a good ruling, regardless. Because, in a trial, both sides got to be able to, both sides get the evidence. In a process for discovery, and the state needs to, or at least should be bending over backwards to share that, all information to the defendant. The parties are advised to the production of classified discovery to defense counsel is deemed timely upon placement in an accredited facility in the Southern District of Florida, not in another federal district. It is the responsibility of the Office of Special Counsel to make and carry out arrangements to deposit such discovery to defense counsel in this district. The ruling is another that is favorable to Trump as it builds on previous decisions over the summer denying Smith's request to hide his list of 84 witnesses from Trump's legal team. Smith had argued that Trump's frequent critique of his court cases in public and on social media could prejudice or intimidate those witnesses who could see their name made public. Well, like their names are going to become public regardless. What is this guy talking about? They're if they're witnesses in this, very important trial, their names are going to be public anyways. Unless you classified that, Jack Smith. All right. But yeah, good win. They were like, we're not going to pursue this any further. I'm just going to just withdraw my subpoena for this. All right, cool. And this doesn't really have any steam. And recently they put in a motion for all the election fraud stuff, presidential immunity, and I'm sure at some point that's going to happen here as well. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? All right. So ADL removes libs of TikTok, Che Raychick from glossary of extremism after threats of legal action. This comes after the ADL pushed for Raychick to be kicked off the internet. Now, I'm surprised. I didn't really think this was going to go anywhere. I thought the ADL would have been like, no, I'm good, and keep it going and just try to suffer the trial or everything. But they actually did end up removing it. So good on libs of TikTok. Good on her. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I thought she was gonna, end up just, having to go through a legal action, and I didn't think it was gonna work. But I guess the threat of it was the ADL was like, all right, cool. Oh, I didn't even know she was Jewish too. That's hilarious. Shaya Raychick, the Jewish woman behind the social media account Libs of TikTok, has announced she was officially removed from the Anti-Defamation League (ADL) glossary of extremism. This comes after the ADL recently pushed for Elon Musk's X to deplatform Raychick's popular account, as was revealed by Musk in September. Raychick had threatened legal action over the ADL's defamation. This is her tweet. Reminder, the at ADL has 4 days left to remove my name from their glossary of extremism and start focusing on what they're actually created for. The at J Green Play ADL, the clock is ticking. The Anti-Defamation League was founded in 1910 with an explicit mission to stop the defamation of Jewish people and to secure justice. This is actually really hilarious, considering that Raychick's it now. I didn't know this before, but now she's apparently a Jewish woman. So the idea was, created to stop defamation of Jews. Now that they're defaming Jews themselves, it comes full circle apparently. Well, in recent years, they have come completely off the rails, Raychick wrote in September. She added, in recent years, though, it seems like the ADL simply attacks anyone who doesn't go along with the far-left agenda. The ADL targeted me, a young conservative Jewish woman, for speaking out against wokeness, far-left indoctrination of children, and medical mutilation under the guise of gender ideology. And then apparently she tweeted, "Dear Elon, please consider releasing all communications and provide full transparency on the ADL and all other organizations who have pushed to censor certain accounts on Twitter/X. Sincerely, thousands of users who have been suspended, throttled, silenced, and shadow banned." Raychick has put the ADL on blast for its conduct and said it has completely gone off the rails. She remarked that it seems the ADL simply attacked anyone who doesn't go along with the far left agenda in a Human Events op-ed last month. Okay, sure, I already read that. All right. Raychick said the ADL has stuck her onto its glossary of extremism in September 2022 after she had brought light to efforts by U.S. children's hospitals to perform sex changes on children. Videos she had shared, including promotional clips by the Boston Children's Hospital and other major medical organizations. These include double mastectomies for girls under 17, vaginoplasties for boys under 17, and hysterectomies and phalloplasties for girls aged 18 and over. This was confirmed by the material published by Boston Children's Hospital. Boston Children's Hospital launched the first pediatric gender clinic in the U.S. and routinely provides puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. They advertise this is to families seeking their treatment for their children, and I simply pointed that out, Raychick explained. Yet, for the EDL, this made me transphobic and extremist. ADL Glossary wrote that rate check attempts to generate outrage and stoke anti-LGBTQ hostility by reposting selected out of context social media content created by LGBTQ people and liberals. The individuals, events, and organizations targeted by the accounts are frequently targeted of harassment, threats, and violence per the op-ed. The ADL website, I don't think that's actually, like I said before, that wasn't very accurate. I don't think they're, if I remember correctly, she basically posts the full clip of what the person does on their own to TikTok and shit. And she just reposts it and makes a comment on it. So I'm not sure how you could meet out of context that way, but whatever. The website notably suggests a link between anti-Semitism and transphobia. The ADL has entirely lost sight of their founder's goal when they believe that sterilizing minors, giving them cross-sex hormones, and using their power to silence free speech as part of their core mission. This is not about anti-defamation. This is only anti-defamation as long as you go along with their far-left defamation they are only anti-defamation as long as you go with their far-left viewpoints. If you disagree with them, they will defame you. So in other words, they really aren't anti-defamation at all, and now Elon is going to expose them like never before. We'll see about that. So there you go. So good on Raycheck. Props to her. I'm really happy for her. I didn't think it was going to happen. I really thought that she was going to have to go through some actual legal action. I thought that she was going to have to deal with that. I didn't think what they did was defamation. Doesn't mean I agreed with it. I don't know if it was actually defamation. But it doesn't matter now because now they removed her, which is good. So, props to Lips of TikTok. Good for you. Fuck the ADL. All right. So there we are. All right. So, shockingly, I know, surprisingly, Mike Pence has dropped out of the 2024 race. Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Mike Pence. So let's listen to this.
I just couldn't sit this one out. But the Bible tells us that there's a time for every purpose under heaven. And traveling across the country over the past 6 months, I came here to say it's become clear to me. This is not my time. So after much prayer and deliberation, I have decided to suspend my campaign for president effective today. Now, I'm leading this campaign, but let me promise you, I will never leave the fight for conservative values, and I will never stop fighting to elect principled Republican leaders to every office in the land. So help me God.
Dude, he is so disappointed. He thought he was gonna wait. He was gonna ride Trump's dick. That's what he thought. He thought he was gonna ride Trump's dick. That's hilarious. So there you go. He's dropped out. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking do it. All right, and we'll see why here in a second. All right. Keep those because I will be needing them here soon. All right, so just so sorry. All right. Okay, that's it. Sorry. So, to qualify, candidates must poll at least 4% in 2 national polls, or 4% in a national poll and 1 early state poll. Poll must be conducted on or after September 1st, per the RNC. Candidates also must have a minimum of 70,000 unique donors, with at least 200 unique donors per state or territories in at least 20 states or territories. So that's the requirement for the third GOP. Now we're going to look at a national poll, because I don't have the patience to try, but one national poll. Seeing if something else has changed since. Sorry, I'm just looking for any other poll. All right, we'll just go with this. No big deal. All right, so this is a national poll. This is one national poll. So yeah, if you remember, like I said, it requires 2 national polls or 1 national poll and 1 state poll to get your hat in the ring for the third one. So Trump's at 56. Clearly, he's like, he hasn't even showed up to a debate and he's still owning all these fucking people, and it's hilarious. Oh, and I also have news on that. Hold on, after I finish this. And then DeSantis is at 14, Haley's at 8, Ramaswamy's at 5, and Christie is at 3. Now, again, this is a national. This is one national. Now Chris Christie actually has already qualified, so that means he, in another national poll, he probably has scored higher. I can't find that at the fucking moment, but that's what that basically means. Which, I don't give 2 shits. Chris Christie's got, like, even if, like, okay, hold on. Yeah, and here's another one. It's got, let's see, another poll, the Iowa Republican presidential candidate. Yeah, so the another poll in Iowa has Trump at 48.8, DeSantis at 17, Haley at 11, Scott is 6 point, Ramaswamy obviously has 5.3, Pence is 3 point, Christie is 2.5, et cetera, et cetera. So Trump's gone down a little bit, but he's still owning these fuckers. Well, yeah, but apparently Christie has sorry. He has met the qualifications, so he should be on the debate. So we're going to hear a lot more of Orange Man Bad, because that's all he really got. And it's funny because when he doesn't mention Donald Trump, he sounds pretty good, itself, which is probably why he's still in the running. He still sounds good, but then he mentions Donald Trump, and it's for him. Actually, it's more like for him. But yeah, so there we go. So it looks like people have qualified is Trump, Haley, DeSantis, Ramaswamy, and Christie. Now, on to Donald Trump. Apparently, I saw this on Twitter or X, and it looks like someone that's on the short list for vice president is Tulsi Gabbard. And if you remember Tulsi Gabbard, she was a Democrat. Is she still a Democrat? So whatever. Okay, she's independent since 2022. It's fine. One of the very first, in my opinion, this was completely my opinion, one of the first actually attractive fucking politicians that has ever ran for president ever. She's actually fairly attractive, which I was like, oh shit. Anyways, so apparently she's on the short list for Donald Trump as for his VP candidate. I think that'd be a great choice. Now, if you guys don't remember, here, let me just. There we go. So that's Tulsi Gabbard. And actually, so those who don't remember, she is the woman who you can credit for single-handedly torpedoing Kamala Harris's campaign, basically. She's the reason, basically, why Kamala Harris didn't come close to becoming president. And, she got VP because, let's be honest, we all know why she got VP is because Joe Biden wanted a black woman. Okay, so you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch it. Okay. All right, so we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch her just fucking end Kamala Harris's bid for the White House. And yeah, you can easily credit Tulsi Gabbard for torpedoing Kamala Harris's campaign.
Criticized Hillary Clinton as the, quote, personification of the rot that has sickened the Democratic Party. What is the rot you see in the Democratic Party?
That our Democratic Party, unfortunately, is not the party that is of, by, and for the people. It is a party that has been and continues to be influenced by the foreign policy establishment in Washington, represented by Hillary Clinton and others' foreign policy, by the military-industrial complex and other greedy corporate interests. I'm running for president to be the Democratic nominee that rebuilds our Democratic Party, takes it out of their hands, and truly puts it in the hands of the people of this country, a party that actually hears the voices of Americans who are struggling all across this country, and puts it in the hands of veterans and fellow Americans who are calling for an end to this ongoing Bush, Clinton, Trump foreign policy doctrine of regime change wars, overthrowing dictators in other countries, needlessly sending my brothers and sisters in uniform into.
Sorry. This is actually a clip. Okay. This is actually the clip that I was looking for. Hold on. Here we go.
Back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor.
Get your popcorn ready, ladies and gents, because this is going to be beautiful.
President, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
The entire time, this is fucking Kamala Harris.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign
Again, this is Kamala Harris.
as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Our Democratic Party, unfortunately, is not the party that is of, by, and for the people. It is a party that has been and continues to be influenced by the foreign policy establishment in Washington, represented by Hillary Clinton and others' foreign policy, by the military-industrial complex and other greedy corporate interests.
Senator Harris, any response?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
I think that it's unfortunate that we have someone on the stage who is attempting to be the Democratic nominee for president of the United States, who during the Obama administration spent 4 years full-time on Fox News criticizing President Obama.
That's
who has
ridiculous.
spent full
Wait. So because she criticized him, she can't be on the stage? You can't criticize someone? God, how dare you criticize God King Obama? How dare you? Like, what is wrong with you? That should be just this instant. How dare you criticize Obama?
time, who has spent full time criticizing people on this stage as affiliated with the Democratic Party. When Donald Trump was elected, not even sworn in, buddied up to Steve Bannon to get a meeting with Donald Trump in the Trump Tower.
In the Trump
fails
Tower.
to call a war criminal
God damn, I forgot how annoying this chick's voice is. God damn, Kamala Harris.
by what he is as a war criminal, and then spends full time during the course of this campaign, again, criticizing the Democratic Party. What we need on the stage in November is someone who has the ability to win. And by that, we need someone on that stage who has the ability to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, and someone who has the ability to rebuild the Obama coalition and bring the party and the nation together. I believe I am that candidate.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes.
Congresswoman Gabbard, I'll give you a chance to
What
respond.
Senator Harris is doing is unfortunately continuing to traffic in lies and smears and innuendos because she cannot challenge the substance of the argument that I'm making, the leadership and the change that I'm seeking to bring in our foreign policy, which only makes me guess that she will, as president, continue the status quo, continue the Bush, Clinton, Trump foreign policy of regime change wars, which is deeply destructive.
So there we go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Moran.
So there we go. All right. So yeah, and then after that, I think if I remember correctly, I could be 100% wrong about this, but if I remember correctly, after this, it pretty much Kamala's like campaign run just like ended. It just went. it did not go well. It was pretty sad, and afterwards, Kamala Harris was a little. And also, but yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, her campaign kind of like petered down at that point afterwards. So, all right, let's get into some more. I guess I won't really pop this up really, but Eric Swalwell now is calling for a ban on an extreme ban on all semi-automatic weapons, assault weapons. And he demands that a buyback program be implemented, which includes going door to door. So now he wants the government to, go to your house and whatnot and go door to door and remove your guns. That's how much this deranged fucker is. Like, he wants people to go, or he wants the government to come and fucking just and go door to door and remove your Second Amendment right. Like, what the hell, dude? But that's what he wants. So, I mean, what, kind of should tell you everything you really need to know. And, there'll still be plenty of people that are going to fucking vote for this idiot. But, that's what he wants, basically. He wants you to give up your Second Amendment right. And he wants not only for you to give it up, but also to have it stripped away from you, even if you don't want to give it up. And shouldn't that be like a kind of a red flag for people? I mean, it's kind of a red flag to me. But I have no idea. I have no idea. But anyways, yeah. So Eric Swalwell wants, and all this stuff is coming after the Maine shooting. He's dead now, but this is all coming after the Maine shooting. So that's why we're hearing about this now. All right. Last but certainly not least, we will get into this chick. So she is realized why she's single and decided to share it on the internet. So let's see why she's single.
I just came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive. Okay, this is not supposed to be offensive, but I see their wives and they just look like so like, like not like this. Just like, like, I pretend my tattoos are gone.
Respectable.
Dude, I look crazy. Like, that's why guys don't want to wife me up. And I just come to this realization today. See? Or maybe it's because all of them see me eat sushi after I get out of the grocery store in my car with my bare fingers and drink sweet tea. Oh no. Guys, I thought these men wanted like, big, strong, tough girls.
No.
I don't know.
Clearly.
I feel like all of them are like super girly, and all these guys are like, yeah, that's my girl. That's just like housewife stuff. And I'm over here like, I own my own business. I'm covered in tattoos. I'm a little spazzy, but that's okay. We embrace it. But yeah, I
also has a nose piercing.
I don't think you guys are gonna wife me up because I can't take me seriously. And I just realized that.
Doesn't help you got like a septic piercing right there too. What are you, a fucking bull? All right. Yes. I know, lady. Shocking. It is shocking. Guys, don't give two shits about some chick that owns her own business and makes her own money. We don't care. We want feminine women. I know. That's shocking. That is so shocking. I mean, what? Guys want women that are feminine? That is just insane. That is just loco. How is that possible? Why would guys want chicks that are feminine? That's just weird. That's just like, what? So anyways, that there. Guys, what? Look. I understand, Red Pill says, girls with tattoos, red flag. And I can understand that. I like chicks with red flags, not red flags. I like chicks with tattoos. They have to be good tattoos. They can't be just like crappy tattoos, like, spread it out, but like flowers that are like, connected and interweave and then look good. I like tattoos. I like chicks with tattoos. That's my type, but I don't like chicks with nose piercings. Like the septic piercing. That's so goddamn so dumb. But yeah, guys don't care or want boss babes. And before anyone says, it's not because we're intimidated by boss babes or anything like that. It has to do with the simple fact that most of the time they're fucking annoying as hell. Like I can already tell this chick's annoying. And she's got that like Southern or whatever accent that makes her sound like nearly like retarded. Like in all honesty, like she has that accent. Like I've said this before. I have like a sensitivity to accents. It like, you know, some accents really hit my ear wrong and it just drives me nuts. And I really hate every second that you're speaking. And there, you know, some accents aren't, and sounds Southern to me. I could be inaccurate with that, but I don't care if I am or not. But her accent sounds Southern to me. But it's that Southern that makes it sound like that your parents were also each other's cousins. that's the accent he got there. So that's also another thing that's probably a problem. But yeah, guys like girls that are girls. Like, look, I don't think you need to be like a girly girl and all that, like, you know, where you need to be pampered like every second of every day. But we want feminine women. We want women, not like chicks that want to be dudes so badly. So something we don't want. We want women. Simple as that. I don't understand why this is hard to understand. All right. Well, that's the end of the show. That's all I got for you guys. That was really funny, that last bit. But yeah, same time tomorrow. Make sure you check me out there. Make sure you give me a follow, like, and all that good stuff. Follow me on Ghost on at official W Ghost. And, check out the description for my link to Coffee Brand Coffee. Delicious coffee. Check it out. All right. I hope you all have a good time. Peace out. See you later.